Hi everybody, it's Caramel again, and I don't know if you were following my video last week, but I taught you all to make an origami crane, and this week we're just going to do that, but more complicated. We're going to target making an origami unicorn. So here we go. So the first step again is to just make your piece of square paper. Do this however you like, but here's one tried and true method of making a perfect square using a sheet of paper. If you just fold down the corner to form a triangle, that should give you a perfect square. Make sure all the sides line up perfectly. And here I'm tearing the paper, but feel free to use scissors. So once you have your perfect square, this is your blank canvas. You're going to fold it in half, make the corners touch, fold it in half again to make a smaller triangle. So that's 2 folds, corners touching each time. Then you're going to open up one of those triangles to make a square, and just make sure the pointy part of the triangle lines up in the end. Once you open it, make sure it lines up with the corner of the square. So now we have a square again. And it has 4 flaps on each side. So I want you to take one of those flaps, fold it in half like so, make that crease. Again, origami is all about giving yourself guidelines in order to fold the paper. So use that crease, open it up the pocket, and press it down. So you have kind of a rhombus. We're going to do that with all the sides. So there should be 4 sides. So this is the second time we're doing it. Make that crease. Open up the pocket and press down. You get the idea. And we have 2 more to do. So fold the 2 that were just made so that you get a flat surface to work on. So this is your 3rd flap. Make that crease again, open up that pocket, press down. Lastly, we have our 4th flap. Same step. And there we go, we have a diamond-esque shape. Now fold the bottom corner to the very top, so you have sort of a line running through the middle of your rhombus. And you're going to use that line as a guideline. So we're going to open up that flap now, this pocket. And this step is a little bit tricky, but just remember to use the guidelines that you made. Right, so now we have to repeat on all 4 sides one more time. So fold, make that crease, and open it up. And if you're having a hard time folding it down, make sure you get all the corners fully open, like so. So that's 2 down. We got to do 2 more. So open it up to the sides that aren't done yet. The crease is basically already there because we folded it so many times. Repeat. And last one. There you go. Now you have all 4 sides folded down like this. So the part that's pointing up right now, or no longer pointing up, but the flaps that are separated in the middle, those are going to become the 4 legs of the unicorn. So remember, that's what we're making, a unicorn. I need you to open up one of those separated halves and fold it upwards, sort of like how we did with the crane for the head and the tail of the crane. So you need to fold it up, keep open, fold it down. So you're going to go up and then down. That becomes the joint, sort of like the knee of the horse. And we have to repeat that 4 times for all 4 legs. Fold it up and down. There you have 2. So those could be your hind legs. Repeat that again. For leg number 3. And try to make sure all your legs are of the same length. This is for stability so that the unicorn can actually stand up. It should be able to. So you see mine weren't even, so I just had to adjust mine for a second so that all the legs were around the same length. And there we go. It stands. So we're so close to the end. The last step, guys, is to take that top and cut it along the line running down the middle. So once you've cut that, those 2 flaps will become your head and your tail. So fold down the little triangle in the middle. That's just to provide some stability or act as the saddle of the horse. And now fold down one of the flaps to become the tail. Just had a little bit of paper shavings if you don't cut it perfectly, but it's totally fine. And fold down the little tip of the second flap to become the head. And you may need to cut this and adjust for a little bit, but just cut the tip of that corner to fold up and become the unicorn horn. It's really hard to explain verbally, guys, because there's only so many ways I can talk about paper, but hopefully the instructions in combination with the video are enough for you guys to try this on your own. So good luck. Show me your paper creations.